Konnichiwa from Kyoto today. In the morning, we went very early to the Tokyo Central Station, which is still absolute of a mess because it's very difficult to find the right way and you cannot just pass through easily. There's a north passage, but then you have to walk very far actually. We made it. We rode the Shinkansen at insane speeds to Kyoto. It took about 2 hours, although it's a huge distance. And then we went to deposit the big luggage here and went to the castle, the Nijojo. It was only the gardens that were open today, but still very beautiful, but also very, very hot and moist. Then we continued through the famous streets where there is food markets, where there is souvenirs. It all felt more touristy than Tokyo, but it was also more beautiful than Tokyo. And then we continued until the Gion, the famous geisha quarter, but we didn't see one yet because it was late afternoon. And then we decided to get some ramen and sleep or go to bed early because tomorrow, all in the morning, we're gonna go explore a neighboring city. Well, until then, and yeah. So now I'm in Kyoto, almost a week, actually a week in Japan, and I have to say a few things. First of all, I did not even realize how hot it could be. In Tokyo, it was hot, and here it is even hotter. The air is humid, subtropical, and Kyoto is within a basin that is only open to one direction. So all the hot air is assembling here, and there's hardly any wind, which makes it even more hot because you sweat and sweat, but it does not help, and then big droplets of sweat accumulate on you. Yes, so that's also the reason why now in the afternoon I'm in the hotel enjoying the cool breeze of the AC while the others are off to a onsen in the north. But I said with an onsen in the hot weather, I sweat, and here I sweat, and I had enough high temperature for now. I don't need to do that. I will still have a little bit more time than the others to enjoy an onsen. Um, that for now. Also, a few other things that I noticed up until now. There's hardly any trash bins on the streets. You're supposed to take everything with you, which is actually convenient and inconvenient. Inconvenient because you have trash with you and you don't know where to put it, so you have to carry everything with it. But actually, that is the good part because then you're much more aware of the trash you actually produce, um, which is a good thing in my eyes, but it's also a little annoying if you have all the garbage with you, a little bit dirty from food, a little bit cream or whatever. So you have to store it very well and then get rid of it at the proper place. And here in the hotel, there's just one garbage bin, and then you just have to throw it in that bin anyway, unless you're lucky to find a garbage bin for PET bottles or cans, or at very major historical sites, there's sometimes something. So, vlog time. It is 2 days past. Yesterday I did not do one. Maybe you can already hear in my voice, I got a little bit sick. Yesterday we went to Nara to go to the park there, to a few of the temples. We saw some deer. They were very cute and kind. And we also had very delicious lunch there. And then somewhere around noon, I felt a little bit of aching, a little bit of sore throat. And then for the rest of the day, I was very tired. Yes, we went back with the train, as the same way we came. And then today we were going to the bamboo forest in the northwest of Kyoto, which is very nice. But also on this day today, it had 37 degrees, feeling like 41. It was touristy, and probably there will be even more quiet bamboo forests in the next weeks coming up. Let's see. Let's hope. And then today was also a little bit of a sad day because one of our colleagues had to leave for the Kansai International Airport to go back to Europe. So now we're two left, and let's see what the next days will bring. Vlog Kyoto last day. Still sick, but I got more than 12 hours sleep at night, which was actually nice, actually refreshing. And then in the morning we headed out for breakfast, a proper breakfast, not like the last days where we went out very early in the morning and just had a nigiri and some other small stuff from the supermarket. Actually sat in a restaurant, had a very nice big coffee, had a nice but a little bit small toast, although they are this fat toast slices. And then we went to the Golden Temple, which is all the way in the northwest. It was already hot. It was already 11 to 12 o'clock, and so we did not stay all too long there. But it was nice to see. It was a very nice place to be, so can definitely recommend. And then we did the most touristy thing that was unavoidable because in the last days we just did not manage. We went to the other side of the whole big million people town to visit the shrine with all the many tories, the red chop chop chop. And this took us 3 different modes of public transport and quite some time. And then in the hottest time of the day we went up the hill. It was then shadowy, but still it was very much for the body. We sweated a lot, and we were also low on water. And the water was getting more and more expensive as you went up the hill at the vending machines. Anyway, we came down eventually. We did not find the stamps, if there were even some, for the stamp book. And then we went to a very nice vegan coffee restaurant, and I had mochi mayo pizza, which was actually very small but also funnily very delicious, and some carrot juice, which is okay for the price. I think 300 yen, but was a little bit strange. But I think it might help my sickness. Yes, and then we went home, and here we are. Maybe tonight we're gonna grab some little thing for food, but I think we need some rest. So yeah, tomorrow we're gonna go to Osaka, which will only take 15 minutes from train station to train station, and we can only check in after 3 p.m. So maybe I'm gonna add in this video also the things I'm gonna do tomorrow in the morning here still in Kyoto, which I hope to be the manga museum, which is very much recommended. So I will see whether this will be possible, and yeah. So, Osaka, very, very beautiful. We arrived in the afternoon, had a small, big lunch right at the train station. I dropped my chopsticks, so I had to eat my salad then with a spoon. Funny side note. Then we went to the hotel room, which is actually very nice. We have 10th floor balcony. It was already chilly from the AC. And after a quick refresh, we went outside and soaked up the atmosphere. And it is jaw-dropping. It is mesmerizing. It's amazing. We did not expect that. And it's just has such a badass kind of vibe. It was really fun to walk through the streets, see people behaving like not Japanese at all. Um, There was a lot of more garbage. There was dog shit some places, and the people here look so much cooler, so much less serious than they looked in Tokyo or Kyoto. And then we went to Number, and a little bit north of that. Had a stroll, went a little bit for shopping, and then went to the best okonomiyaki place in the world. It's one woman running the entire show, and the food was amazing. The medium portion is actually extra large for me, and the drinks, everything was a flat rate of 200 yen. So whether it was just some soft drink, beer, or even some hard alcohol, whatever you wanted, it was just 200 yen. Um, and it was a very funky restaurant. I think we will go dine there tomorrow evening too because it was just awesome. Yes, and then we went home. Now it's late, and tomorrow there's a lot of programs, so let's see what that will be. Well, actually, on that day, I did not make a vlog because we only visited the castle. We had a nice view from there, and then we basically did the same thing as the day before. We went through the busy streets and just enjoyed the atmosphere.